Yo guys, what's going on? I am playing Diaboromon slash Armageddonmon Black. These are the brand new cards that got released out of Battle of Omega, the newest booster set in the Digimon TCG. And I'm super excited to showcase all these awesome cards. We got a ton of new reveals over the last couple of days, and they've just been awesome. So like I said, I'm playing Diaboromon Black. This revolves around the new Armageddonmon, the new Chaosmon, the new Tamer card Arata, and it's just such a good strategy where you can, set up with Arata and he helps you bring out the Diaboromon tokens, and then things like the Chrysalimon, the new Chrysalimon gives those tokens rush so that they can attack the same turn that they're played, and it's just a really ridiculous combo. This deck is very aggressive, and I'm finally glad we get to see the Diaboromon deck, the Diaboromon archetype shine, because he's a fan favorite, because he's original villain, original like final boss from the original Digimon series, and people just like him. He's a cool character. And there's just lots of shenanigans going on. So I am playing up against a BT5 version of Yellow. It's a very simple, yet very effective build of Yellow, where he's just playing a lot of vanillas, lots of good memory management, playing strong cards like Slash Angemon, War Growlmon, as well as I think the new Pulsemon as well, just to help with consistency and stuff. So you'll see I've got a really good opening hand, and I'm going to go into the Dark Tyrannomon there, and I'm just trying to get set up with my Diaboromon. Now, the new Diaboromon has the effect where whenever he is Digivolved, you get to just immediately play a Diaboromon token. The Infamon I also have in my hand gets to play a token whenever he is deleted. So I'm going to play my Arata, and that allows me to, well, first of all, he has the effect where if you have an unidentified type in your trash, you get to just gain one memory immediately, like at the start of your turn. And if you Digivolve Diaboromon, you get to play tokens. So if I play this Diaboromon in my hand, I'm potentially getting 2 tokens on the field. Another one if he dies. Armageddonmon also has a crazy effect. By the way, I don't know if I said this. Armageddonmon is a 3 cost level 7, like a 3 to play, not to Digivolve, like a 3 to play that has rush, so you can attack the turn he is played. A 15,000 monster that can attack the turn it's played is ridiculous. All you need to do in order to fulfill that condition is just destroy Diaboromon on your side of the field, and that also includes the token, so you can blow up a token and just get him out for only 3 memory. So it's super cool. So my opponent is actually going to hit me with the Chaosmon, unfortunately, and man, Chaosmon is just a strong card, even though like I'm playing like a very aggressive build, and like the thing with this Diaboromon deck is like it's very reliant on the actual like tokens themselves. So like you need to generate them in order to like actually get advantage, because the Infamon, the Chrysalimon, those cards, they work off of having the tokens and abusing them with Armageddonmon. So if you don't have that, if you can't get that set up, if your opponent is able to shut you down before you are able to do that, then it's kind of you're shit out of luck. So I'm going to play another Arata, and my opponent is going to attack with the Chaosmon, and then he's going to run into the Diaboromon there. Unfortunately for me, Chaosmon is 14,000. Also, it's very annoying because if you delete him, you lose 3, like your opponent gains 3 memory. So it's just a very, very expensive card to like actually out. My opponent was going to play the Repamon there, but I think we decided that he should just go War Growlmon. He felt like he wanted to take that back, so he went War Growlmon instead, which I agree with. War Growlmon is super good. Now, I wasn't being as cautious as I should have. I knew he had the Slash Angemon. This is totally like a me problem. This was not like the fault of like this deck. So first of all, I'm going to Digivolve the Diaboromon, rest both my Aratas, both of their effects activate, and then I'm going to get 3 tokens on the field. So that's actually ridiculous. It's super cool. Also, if my Diaboromon does die, I'll get another token. But I knew he had the Slash Angemon like in his hand, because he added it with the TK. He's going to then War Growlmon, and I should have seen this coming. I initially thought, I was like, oh, he's going to, War Growlmon one of my tokens away, whatever. No, he's going to stack it with the 4,000 plus the 8,000 from the Slash Angemon, Total of 12,000, going to kill my diaboromon. Now, fortunately, I am going to get some sort of, like, floating effect. Now I have quadruple tokens on the field. They are really weak, though. They're only 3,000. But I'm also going to flip over that, I think it's Chaosmon in security. He's the new security blocker, first of those that we've got in the game. So then I'm just going to be able to play him for free as a free blocker. Only 5,000, but definitely better than nothing. And my opponent is going to play that Takumi, and Takumi is such a good tamer card, man. For only a 2 cost, first of all, he has that effect where, like, if you or your opponent attack with a level 3 Digimon, it's memory -1. So it's immediately, like, shuts down Rookie Rush strategies, which is already cool. But for only a 2 cost, like, every time you Digivolve something, you can rest him and then just draw a card for free, which is actually ridiculous. So, especially if that effect does stack. Now, I'm going to, because I do have diaboromon tokens on my side of the field, I'm going to be able to just play the Armageddonmon straight from my hand for 15,000 Digimon for 3 cost, destroy one of the tokens, and then just run into his, I think I was trying to attack his Chaosmon. He did actually block with the Pedomon, and then I'm going to attack with one of my other tokens, mine as well, because I've got, you know, I do think I have another Armageddonmon in my hand, but I've got multiple tokens, so I'm going to get rid of another token, just attack his security. I do only have 2 security left, but with 1 blocker, I think I can hold out a little bit more, unless he hits me with another Chaosmon. Now, I'm going to drop another Armageddonmon for only 3. I absolutely love the strategy. Double Armageddonmon. They're very hard to out. They're just very powerful cards. Now, one thing to keep in mind is Armageddonmon also has a secondary effect where level 7 Digimon can't activate one Digivolve effect. So I don't think I realized this at the time, but as long as they're on the field, he can't drop another Chaosmon. I mean, he can, but like he won't be able to use its, you know, subtract 7,000 from one of your opponent's Digimon. So yeah, I'm going to have double Chaosmon on my field. I've got, now, unfortunately, the unfortunate thing is if I was gonna say Eismon. I thought it was Eismon. Shademon. Unfortunately, he can't attack, and in this case, it didn't matter because my opponents did Eden Javelin me. But if he, like, let him survive, Eismon, Shademon can't actually attack, so I wouldn't have been able to go for a game either way. So, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to bring out my Chaosmon. I got 5 memory. Now, this time, I will be able to attack with the Armageddonmon, because he doesn't have any blockers inhibiting me. I'm going to attack with the other Armageddonmon, destroying the Chaosmon. Will have to sacrifice 3 memory, but otherwise, I had no choice. I had to do it, otherwise I was going to lose. And then I'm going to Digivolve straight into the Shademon for 2, leaving me at 0, drawing 1 more card. And I think the best course of action here was to, I probably should have maybe played Izzy, as, you know, just to guarantee me a 3 memory every single turn, and then the following turn maybe I could have done something like an Infamon into a Diaboromon or something, but I did Chumon here, which wasn't the smartest move, especially because I didn't realize, like, he has 3 or less memory, so that Koromon effect in his, like, the level 2 Digimon he has, the egg, is actually active, so whenever his Digimon attacks, it can take 1,000 off of, you know, one of my Digimon, and Chumon's only 1,000. So it doesn't matter, he's going to Starmon's me anyway. Starmon's such a cool card, which, you know, whenever he's played, you get to subtract 1,000 from something up to the number of Digimon you have, so I think it was minus 2k anyways, enough to kill the Chumon, then my opponent does actually gain memory. I'm going to gain 2 memory because of my Aratas there, and then I'm just going to Digivolve into the Chumon. But at this point, I don't think there's anything else I can do. I can attack for twice, right? I can't go for 3 total attacks because the Shademon can't actually attack. I can go for 2 security checks, but with only 1 blocker and no other way to, like, get rid of his Digimon. That's the unfortunate thing. This deck doesn't really have a lot of, like, hard removal. I do have, like, de-Digivolve cards like Infinity Cannon, I think Spider Shooter's, like, the one with Infamon on it and stuff, but there's not really, like, any, I think Chaosmon, like, the black Chaosmon might be a good option to play just so you can, like, get rid of things, but yeah, unfortunately, no hard removal there, so even though I've got double Armageddonmon on field, my opponent is going to probably just be able to beat me anyways because I've got no answers for that. So I'm just going to hard play the Chrysalimon, but that is going to be game. guys. So then after that, we actually did switch decks. Well, my opponent did it anyways. He's playing purple now, so my opponent is going to start. He's going to flip over that Chaosmon, and Chaosmon has a very interesting effect where I think it gives retaliation if you have 10 or more trash, 10 or more cards in your trash. So it just rewards you for, you know, that threshold that purple is always trying to get to. Just fill up your trash really quickly, and he's just going to go Vilemon on top of that. Now, I did open with a very, very good hand, so I'm playing Toy Agumon as well, just because Diaboromon's kind of weak, and I feel like Reboot is, like, good against some decks, and I'm just going to Digivolve into the Chrysalimon there, and then set up with my Arata, and that way I will be able to, you know, Digivolve. Once I Digivolve into Diaboromon, I'll be able to get another token, and then I do have the Chrysalimon, so that token will be able to get Rush, and it's just going to be a good time if I get all of this set up. So I'm going to bring out my Chrysalimon, only starting with one memory, unfortunately. I am playing Izzy as another memory tamer, so I'm going to hard play, or not hard play, I'm going to Digivolve as opposed to hard playing, as considering hard playing the Infamon because it does give the Digivolve -1, but I didn't want to, like, for 7 costs at this point in the game, I didn't want to let him get, like, such an early lead. So he's actually going to attack with the Chaosmon there. Now, that's probably kind of calculated because my Digimon are pretty weak, right? But Infamon's only like 6,000. The one on field is 7k, but the new one from BT5 is only 6k. So, you know, Chaosmon can probably get away with a couple of attacks. So then he's going to hard play the Devimon. Unfortunately, don't think he had any rookies there because the Shaomon is in his raising area with like nothing on top of it. So I'm going to start with a lot of Digimon. Fortunately, I also did get the +1 from Arata because Infamon went to the graveyard, or to the trash. My bad. So I'm going to Digivolve into Diaboromon, get a token from him, get another token from Arata, and both of those guys do actually have Rush, because I believe I do have the Infamon underneath, the BT5 Infamon, and then I'm going to go ahead and attack his Chaosmon. He didn't actually block, which I thought was interesting, but maybe he wanted to, you know, deter me from, like, attacking with my tokens. But anyways, I'm just going to Digivolve into Chrysalimon in my raising area, drew into the Shademon, so I've got myself a blocker in case I needed. The unfortunate thing about Shademon is that he is, like a 6 to play, which is, like, pretty terrible for a 5,000 blocker, but he does have, like, that security effect, so that's fine. So then I'm going to play the Izzy, and then reveal the top 3. I get to stack them in any order, and then I get to put them back on top of my deck and then draw a card. He's actually going to Digivolve into the Skullmeramon, right? The Skullmeramon there. Not sure why he attacked, but he's going to be able to attack, survive anyways, and then play the Labramon, which allows him to draw and discard 1. I'm going to start with 3 and then gain memory from Arata, and then I have the Diaboromon as well as the other 2 tokens. I'm going to attack with the Diaboromon, kill his Skullmeramon, and then I think with 4 memory I can probably go. I don't have an ultimate, unfortunately, so I'm just going to attack with the tokens, just run them into security. And what my... Oh, no, I do have Infamon. I was like, wait, hold up. So this Infamon's really cool. Finally getting really good use out of this. This allows you to reduce the cost of a Diaboromon from your hand, like, while you're Digivolving it, by 1. So, unfortunately, this was a huge misplay on my part. I probably should have just, like, Digivolved and not attacked, or, like, if I was going to attack, I could have, like, attacked with the Infamon and then Digivolved, but, like, leaving a valuable Digimon just unsuspended while you're attacking security, like, I should know better than that while I'm playing against purple. So, unfortunately, I'm going to lose that Infamon and not going to be able to Digivolve into my Diaboromon, but then I'm just going to hard play the Caramon. Now, he's actually just going to attack with the Tapirmon. It's going to run into the Chrysalimon there, die, and draw him a card. And with only the Labramon left on field, he's going to attack as well. Run into another Arata. So I've got 3 Tamers, right? 2 that will allow me to get a +1 memory. So I'll start my turn with 5 memory because I do have the unidentified type. And then we are going to see the, I think it's Nailbone, is that what it's called? The 7-cost option card that allows him to resurrect both a level 3 and a level 4 purple. So we're going to see a Vilemon as well. So he does have blockers. However, the unfortunate thing for him is, because I do have that Infamon, and, you know, it gives anytime a diaboromon is played, or something with the same name as whatever is on top of it, which in this case is diaboromon, that Digimon will get rushed. So if I'm able to somehow play some Digimon with diaboromon in its name onto the field, they will actually get rushed, which is what I'm going to do with the token. So first I'm going to Digivolve into the Dark Tyrannomon for 1, and then going to go into the Infamon for 3, and then at this point you might be like, oh no dude, you don't have enough memory, but I'm loving BT2 Infamon. It allows me to Digivolve into the new Diaboromon for only a 2 cost. I'm going to rest both Aratas, spawn 2 tokens off of them, 1 off of the Diaboromon. All 3 of those have Rush, so then I'm going to be able to attack with 6 Digimon and going to hit him for a game. So guys, that is going to be the game. I hope you did enjoy. This deck is a ton of fun. If you did enjoy, please support me by liking the video, commenting, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.